people, how are you doing today? It's about time for another episode. Are you guys ready for us?
Ready?
Welcome back to Let's Toast to Life podcast. It's your favorite people here. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Anu, my dear husband, how are you?
Very good. Love the energy. E for energy. E for energy.
If only you guys knew what I had to do before starting this episode. I yawned like 20 times before we set record because your girl is tired. But to talk to you, I'm not tired for that, okay? So I was reflecting recently on one of the days that you and I, Anu, had an interesting encounter.
Yeah.
I'll say interesting in the sense that it was one Sunday that I forgot my ring in the apartment
Yeah.
and we were about to leave. So we had already come out of the house and
We're heading to church.
we're heading to church. We're already running late. And so Anu, being very kind, he's like, okay, you just wait. I will go get the ring for you. And I told him, okay, the ring is in my jewelry box.
Listen, jewelry box.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my dear husband goes into the apartment and I'm there waiting 1 minute, 2 minutes, and maybe after 3 minutes, Anu comes back with another set of rings, not the one that he vowed to marry me with or
Yeah, your
whatever you
wedding
call
ring.
it, the
Yeah.
wedding ring. And he's like, he couldn't find the ring. And I'm like, first of all, I was shocked. I knew that him not coming out on time meant that he was looking for he was looking frantically for
Ultimate
something.
search.
And me, I'm like, I should have just gone myself because I know where I put this ring. Anyway, like when we were talking about the whole thing, what happened was I said the ring was in my jewelry box, but there is one jewelry box that Anu was looking into because he thought that was the one that I was referring to. Or maybe I used the wrong word. Do you want to come in here?
Yeah, so context. She said jewelry box, and I know she has a jewelry box that has a lot of her jewelries, different things. So when I came to that particular jewelry box, because it's a big box actually, I came and I searched for the rings and everything, and I didn't see it. I could see every other thing apart from that particular wedding band. So I just thought, okay, maybe you place it somewhere else, and you gave me a wrong description because what I heard you say was jewelry box. Then of course I came back with a different set of rings, and then you're like, no, did you check the ring box? There's the box for the ring. At least we know who proposed now. That box. I'm not like,
but you said jewelry box.
I'm like, but you said jewelry box. Assuming you have said, can you get it in the proposal ring box, or at least my small black ring box? That is clear. So I'm going to search for that black small ring box. But when you told me jewelry box, what was in my mind was the big jewelry box, and so I scattered everything from up to down looking for that thing. I didn't even look at I didn't look at the next drawer. So yeah. But what's the point of the story?
It was a discovery. It was an ultimate discovery. I mean, this is not the first time that I've seen this play out, but this particular day and my instruction I thought was clear enough, but apparently not for my husband. So my key takeaway from that day was that try as much as possible to be as clear. But then again, I'm thinking it is also showing how different we are. I feel like as a woman, I know how to deal with a lot of ambiguity. If you tell me find something in the fridge, maybe it's in the first layer. If I check the first layer, it's not there. I would check other layers and check even the freezer because I know what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But it may not be where it was mentioned by you that it was. So for me, that is ambiguity that I can easily just break down and just be like, okay, it's not here. Okay, where could this be?
Yeah.
And for me, discovering that made me realize how different we are in marriage, especially as individuals. Like, so speaking from the perspective of a woman who is married to a man, like how different we are. So that's essentially the point. And that's what I want us to talk about right now.
What you're saying is very true. I know we've spoken about some differences between men and women.
Mm-hmm.
But as I observe in our relationship, I realize that the things that are potential conflict makers are our differences.
Mm.
The things that we align on, we hardly fight, or there's no reason for us to argue about it because we are very similar in those things.
Mm-hmm.
But the things that could potentially make us argue are the things that we are different in. And I see it also play out in other relationships where there are constant fights in relationships, constant misunderstanding. And if we trace it back to the source, it's really in the differences between the partners. But not that we are there yet, but I believe strongly that the reason why we don't have as much fight in our relationship, right, is that we know that we are different.
Mm-hmm.
And we are increasingly aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
And we are learning to recognize the difference,
Mm-hmm.
and see how we can work around it.
Mm-hmm.
Relationships can be better.
Yes.
They can. So the point is, there could be less arguments, less fights when we recognize that we are different in many ways, and then we find ways to actually pay attention to those differences and see how we can work with those differences. Of course, improve, get better, but there's a place of understanding.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. I think that marriage will just humble you in the sense that the way you think about things is so different from how your husband or wife would think about it. And you're just like, why is this person like this?
Yep.
Why doesn't this person see it from my own point of view? Like, it's so easy. It's easy.
Yeah.
But that person is so different from you. And the person is also thinking equally that why can't you do it this way? Or why can't you also see it from my point of view? So the humbling part of marriage is just realizing that you don't enter, you don't enter. In other words, you are in it.
Yes.
You've already chosen the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. And now it's about understanding your strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
So with the story that I told about the jury box, I was a bit taken aback, but when Anu said, why didn't I say ring box? I thought about it. I'm like, okay, I mean, many times the way I communicate, right, in my head, I've already said the thing, but I might not use that keyword. And Anu is looking for keywords. So now I'm more intentional about using keywords as much as I can. But there are sometimes that even the word I cannot remember. And then sometimes I'm like,
let me bring
I'm
like, what do you want me to
this
bring?
Thing on the table.
What is this thing?
And I know it's like, what can you see on the table? Just help me bring what you think I am talking about. But he's like, you need to give me a definition. You need to give me a word. You need to give me, how these people do in is it Bumblebee? I be spelling bee.
Yeah.
They say word of origin. What's the definition?
Yeah.
I know wants everything broken down. And sometimes it's difficult for me, but I'm having to learn. And he's also having to learn that he should work with ambiguity sometimes.
I don't know if this is a fundamental difference between men and women. I don't know if there are other guys like me. I'll be curious if there are people who are listening and they are men. When your partner, especially as a man, when your partner says she wants something sweet, do you get that what she wants is actually not a candy, but she wants like banana or something because banana is sweet? So for example, your partner tells you, okay, I feel like getting something. Oh, baby, can you buy me something sweet? And then you just go because you heard sweet. What comes to your mind is, okay, she wants something sweet. Let me buy a candy, and then you go buy candy, and then you come home and you're like, hey, baby, I got you something sweet, candy. And she's like, no, this is not what I meant. I meant actually, banana. Yeah. And I'm like, why didn't you just tell me, babe, buy me banana? Buy me banana. To be honest, like these men. I wish there are men that could actually respond to this, and that would be so helpful. That I'm not in my own world. What you want, say it clearly. Babe, I want you to please buy some fruits. What does that mean? Fruit can be many things. But tell me, okay, baby, I want you to buy fruits. By fruit, I mean buy me apple, oranges, and pear.
I might as well just go myself.
So I feel like men, we thrive in clarity, especially when it comes to communication.
Mm,
You know,
yeah.
but women, I think women, you guys are okay with ambiguity. Yeah,
Yeah, and we're quite intuitive
intuitive.
in
Yeah,
our head. You know the thing, in my head, I've already communicated it. There's a lot in my head, but you guys, you somehow know how to compartmentalize and focus on one thing, and then that one thing needs to be clear.
yeah.
But for me, speaking from my perspective, and maybe for women who are like me, we in our heads have told you what we want, and it should be clear enough. Another example is the time that I asked you to help me buy ice cream.
Come on,
I should
yes.
have been, if I had known. There was a specific, I wanted just plain vanilla ice cream. Normally with ice creams, I don't really like strawberry ice cream. I think I just usually do vanilla. I just thought my husband would know.
Guess
And then because I like strawberry
ye
as a fruit,
no,
doesn't mean I like
no, no, no,
it
no.
doesn't mean I like ice cream,
No,
the strawberry
no, I have
flavor.
to defend myself here.
And
Come,
then I
wait.
know he's so excited to bring me the ice cream. By the way, this ice cream, I even told him not to worry, right? They were like, I told him not to worry about the ice cream. But one day after work, he comes back with ice cream. I was like, babe, I got you ice cream. I'm like,
God,
okay, let's see what you got. Really nice. And I'm seeing this strawberry ice cream that I'm like, you shouldn't have bought this. Like,
okay,
don't you
okay,
shouldn't have
okay.
bought the ice cream
Wait.
at all.
No, guys, listen. My wife, when we go to shop for fruits and veggies, you take strawberry, right?
Mm,
What that tells me is you like strawberry.
yeah.
And then you're like, oh, you like to have ice cream. So I'm like, okay, my wife takes strawberry. So what ice cream should I get for my wife? Strawberry ice cream.
Clap for
And
yourself.
guess what? I go and I get this strawberry ice cream and I bring it excited to present it to my wife. And she's like, nah, I wanted vanilla. I'm like, how would I know it was vanilla that you wanted?
But you didn't ask me.
Eh?
You didn't ask me to clarify. So here's the thing. I guess the solution
Yes.
that we have settled for
Yeah.
is when there are options,
Clarify.
I should clarify. Let's say I say, babe, please help get the groceries, and I list fruits. If there's a particular fruit that has different variety, for example, I would specify and hope that over time I don't have to specify every single time.
No, for sure.
Because if I already tell you, for example, yogurt, get me
Greek yogurt.
Greek
I know.
yogurt, nutrition score A, the best nutrition score,
Yes.
2% fat.
Fat.
And then after a month, I see you buy 10%
Now,
fat,
that's a problem.
nutrition score E.
That's a
It's
problem.
like,
That's a
so
problem.
why am I being clear if there's
no,
storage of the,
No.
the information in the long-term memory?
If you have clarified before,
Mhm.
right, then as your partner, I should try to remember. But I must also say that you must create space in your mind that your husband might miss some details. So, for example, I know there's a time that you've said, hey, babe, I need yogurt. And I went and I got Greek yogurt.
Mhm.
Was it the same nutrition score?
No.
No, so this time it was nutrition score C or B.
Or D.
But at least I remember it was Greek yogurt.
So people, these are the issues. These are the issues in marriage.
But then if you correct me the second time,
And the third time.
and the third time is like the final time.
Okay. So I should be counting now that, okay, this one now is number one.
Yeah, but
This one is number two.
no, yes, but I think, well, to be honest, like as a man, if you've told me something before and I make mistake, so now it is that I made a mistake or I didn't pay attention, then I take responsibility for saying, oh, sorry, babe, I missed this one. I apologize. You might be disappointed, of course, you can be, but I would apologize, and I appreciate that you always would take my apologies, right? And then, of course, I try to remember that the next time I have to buy. So that's a different one when it has been clarified. But if it has not been clarified before, and you somehow expect that I will just know, because it is in your head, you have said it, it's not possible. You have to say it.
Fair. Just before we move to the next bone
Voila.
of contention.
Voila in
I just
marriage.
remembered this funny video, or actually, it's even a meme. It's a
Yeah.
meme about the shopping experience of women versus men. So, men, they go on a straight line. Let's say, like, they go to the supermarket, straight line, pick this straight to the casse being the checkout, and then they go out. But women, we are very like when we go grocery shopping, we are looking for specific things. We're looking at the nutrition, we're looking at the content, the calories, whatever. We're so detailed in these things. And I have to say though that it's not easy for you guys, right? For us to expect that the way we shop is how you shop, which is why I like to go with my husband for the most part, right?
So me,
So
I'm thinking like, babe, where do we both have to go? Like, you can just chill at home. Let me go and do this. He said, no,
is to avoid these issues that
see,
touch now.
see, I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you. But yeah,
Yeah, it's about knowing again the differences and knowing that there is this tendency for us to argue when maybe Anu goes grocery shopping and doesn't get the things that I asked for. Then let's go together. It's also even a bonding moment for us, right? Of course, there are times that you have to go alone because
yeah.
I have to do things in the
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
And then in those moments, I will just try and as much as possible to tell you, okay, how many kilos of this, what kind of chicken, what kind of oil, and things like that. But yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah, but one of the things that I really thank God for our relationship, and I really desire that more relationships have this, is the willingness to understand your partner, and not just understand your partner, but also be willing to help your partner, right? Because oftentimes the things that breaks relationships are very, very little things that matter, right? And if people don't pay attention to those little things that matter, and by paying attention, I'm not saying bringing a hammer to hit your partner for doing that wrong little thing, but like noticing it and saying calmly to your partner or with love that, hey, I noticed that you don't do this or you do this, this is how I would have loved it to be done, or this is how I like it to be done. And this is the reason why I appreciate all that you do, but this matters also. And you're able to communicate those little details, and hopefully that you both are willing to improve and hear each other out, so you don't really fight about those little things, and then it just starts growing and growing into something that you cannot contain again in your relationship, and then somehow you guys just think you can't be together anymore. So it's like just being patient with each other and being willing to help your partner, right? In a loving way, in a loving manner. And some things, like, instead of you just fighting, you just joke about it, and learn.
Okay, my dear husband, when you have your free time, please, how do you like to spend it?
Let me just be very, very clear here. You see, there are certain spots in the house that are valuable to me, and I guess to some men. And those spots are spots where no one can come to because you have your privacy. And chief among those spots is the toilet or the bedroom. So if your toilet is by itself, then it's only the toilet. But if you have your toilet and your bedroom combined, then it's the toilet and bedroom. You see that space? The way some people say they want a safe space, a private space, that's what the toilet is and the bedroom is. So when we enter there, we expect that nobody will disturb us because we are having a private moment, and if we need to be there for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, let us be. But my wife will not let me be. Babe, babe. I'm like, what? I'm in the toilet. Babe, can you come out? So I think, men, when we have our free time, we just want to be by ourselves. It's not when I'm trying to sit down and oh, babe, can you help me bring something? I just sat down. Oh, babe, come. I just
arrived. I just arrived.
I just sat down. Yeah, so.
Okay, So, you people. So, no, I'm not even talking to Anu now. I'm talking to you guys, right? I want to let you know that this is something that really shocked me. You know, when you are dating someone, you don't get to see some certain things until you get married and you start living together. And for me, the moment I realized that when Anu wants to use the restroom, it's literally a thing where he's like, okay, babe, I'm going to the restroom. And and he's going with his phone.
I can't even go with laptop.
He's going with laptop. He's going with Bible. I'm just like, I cannot believe my eyes. And so I'm like, okay, babe said he was going to the restroom. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 20. Then I'm like,
What are
yo,
you doing?
what? Please. I don't know, like, is it number one or number two? If it's number two, it should have come out by now. And get out of the bathroom, get out of the restroom. That's how I'm thinking. So it was for me a shock to hear that this is how he likes to refresh himself. And like, it's still strange to me, to be very honest with you. And there was a time that we were talking to a family friend. Shout out to Mr. David. Mr. David, I was reporting Anu to Mr. David that I don't know why my husband spends an ungodly amount of time, I have to say, in my opinion, in the toilet. And I discovered that, oh, it's a thing. Mr. David also has, that's his thing too. Like, he was not explaining to me. Mr. David was telling me that, you know, he's told his family members that anytime he enters into that secret place, the toilet, the bathroom, everybody knows that that's his time. That's ideas flow from there.
See, let's don't talk
Worship.
We can't even talk about the ideas that flow when you're in the bedroom.
That is a mind-blowing difference,
See,
you guys. I cannot.
I see the level of clarity that I get when I'm in the toilet. It's so I cannot explain.
But
when I'm showering,
so the thing is, for me as a woman, like, I just feel like
What's
it's a bit unfair. You need to ask me, how do you?
yes, yeah, what like how is it doing you? Like, why can't you just allow me to?
Because I don't have free time.
What do you mean you have free time?
I don't have, like, my brain is always busy. There's always something to be done. I promise you.
Yeah,
Because
but
I feel like a lot of women don't feel like they have free time to breathe.
Yeah,
like,
but-
our minds are so busy. We're always from one thing to the other, and it doesn't feel balanced.
yeah, but that's what I always try to tell you, that you must condition yourself to chill. Like sit down and chill.
I don't know how to do that.
You know, it's important because I understand how, like, women think. We know how to compartmentalize things. So for example, now I can have 5 things I know I'm supposed to do today, but you can see me sleeping now, even though I have 5 things. But because I already know I'm going to sleep for this amount of time, and then I'm going to dedicate the next maybe 5 hours after sleeping to perform that task. So if you come and you see me sleeping, in your own mind, you're like, why are you sleeping? You have 5 things to do. Don't sleep. Start doing the thing. But if I've already planned my time that there's in this whole 5 things to do, I will first sleep. Then after I'll do other things, because I've already planned it. But for you as women, the way your brain works, everything is like joined together. You just feel like if you sleep, while you're sleeping, you are dreaming about that thing. And as you're dreaming about that thing, you're like worried, and now will I be able to meet up the time with this thing, everything just so you just want to consume it. Why, if you now see the man doing it, you're like, no, you must not sleep, you must do the same thing, pushing the guy. So I tell you, babe, see, okay, what are the things that needs to be done? Okay, you do this, you have time to rest, you chill, you close your laptop, you after work, you have to create that time. You have to create that time to chill. So you cannot say because you cannot chill in your own mind that you now stop me from chilling. It's unfair. I need to rest too, so I can recuperate. So if I say I want to go to that place to rest and recuperate and have my time, please. But any witness in the house, thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, this is one thing that I'm having to learn, that there is need to respect that rest looks different for you. It's very different. I don't want to call it unconventional, because I don't know how many men also find rest in the shower.
There are different things.
Yeah,
Even some men, some women get pissed. Their men come back home and their men wants to watch football. And they're looking at the man like he's a very irresponsible man. Like, babe, how will you this thing is football you want to watch? But let him him rest. And then after, of course, there will be a problem if that's all what the guy does, right? But if he needs 30 minutes, 15 minutes, or 1 hour, whatever the time is, just make sure you communicate what you need. Okay, babe, I need this.
For the woman to communicate what
Yes,
she
yeah,
needs.
she
Yeah.
communicates what you need. And then the guy is like, okay, got it.
I'm raising my hand.
Okay,
I want to talk.
communicate what you need.
So, God bless you. Thank you for the audience. So this thing about communicating what you need, I find it a bit difficult.
Why? You don't know
Not
what you
because
need.
I don't know how to communicate.
Or you don't know what you need.
Not because I don't know what I need. But I have an expectation that the man should see that there is a need. We've spoken about this before in our personal.
There is.
The fact
that is part of it.
The fact that sometimes women, like, we don't have to say everything that needs to be done.
Have you seen a man trying to help, but he's helping you in a way? That's happened before. I feel like this is what you need help with, and I'm helping you. Like, no, leave it. It has happened in the kitchen many times. Like, I'm like, okay, let me start doing this. And you're like, no, leave that one. Do this one. I'm like, okay. So I will come. I'm in the kitchen with you. And I'll ask you, where do you need help? What would you have me do while I'm here in the kitchen with you? Then you can say, okay, cut this, dice this. Then I'm dicing that, and then I finish and I say, what else would you have me help you with?
No, baby, it's not about you.
It's
not just general.
But it's helpful because I believe that there are also many other relationships that struggle with this, where the woman is somehow expecting that the man figures out ways that she needs help. And she's like, oh, can't you be observant? Can't you see that I need pillow? Can't you see that? I'm like, there are many things I can see. But if it's pillow that you need, say it. Hey, babe, I need pillow.
I guess it's coming back to the point of clear communication and how we women, we can deal and thrive in ambiguity, but you men cannot. And that's something that I'm having to learn and relearn, that actually, if I need something from Anu, I need to make it, like, I need to voice what I need, how you can support. But sometimes I believe I'm speaking for most, if not all women, that we would appreciate it if you guys can take the initiative. Like, you come home, you see that, okay, maybe the kitchen is messed up, or I don't know, speaking hypothetically, you have children, you see that toys are scattered, you see that the children are just running around, they've not done their homework, and who's going to take the responsibility? Is it the woman that has been already with the kids all morning? And now the husband is back. He now wants to watch TV because he went to work to earn 2K for the family. And now he needs 30 minutes. But the woman also needs a break.
No, you're mixing it. You're mixing things. Mixing things.
I'm just...
See, there are when I speak about clarity in communication with needs, I'm talking about specific things that you need based on different scenarios, right? It's different from a case where I come into the house and I see the house untidy. I don't need to come and ask you that, how should I help you in cleaning the house? I don't. I see that this is not just your house, it's my house. Or I see that there's plates there. I know that it needs to be cleared. Now, if I don't do that, it's not because I don't have clarity, it's because I'm either lazy or I don't pay attention to those things. So that's different from the need for clarity in communication. The need for clarity in communication is where there's clarity needed from you, what satisfies you at that moment, or with regards to that particular request, and you need to clarify. But if it's with other things, right, like taking initiative, I'm also for men taking initiative, right? Take initiative, good. Observe and think ahead, but I will still come back to the point that more important to the man is that he has clarity in what is needed. See, and it's on this premise. Women, now this is also something that women have to understand about men. Men, we don't need so many things in this life. Maybe just one thing. Maximum 2. And when we need it, we know how to ask Alpha, and that's okay. There's no, you don't need to take any initiative, too much initiative. Even if you need to take initiative, is initiative in one thing. But for you women, there's so many things you need in different areas. So we cannot just figure out that it's this one thing that you need. So when you clarify it to us, then we get it. And then especially if you're with someone who cares about you and wants to meet your needs, he will do his best, so of course, as a man, when you take the initiative, your woman is happier because you were able to do it without her saying it. But ma'am, if there's something that you need,
Am I mom?
open, I'm just speaking to all the women out there. If there's something that you need, open your mouth and say it.
Yeah.
And you saying it should not reduce the satisfaction that you get from it.
Yeah.
I
mean, when you have communicated it in this way, it's almost like I don't have anything to say. But I actually had something to say, and you kept going, and now I've forgotten my train of thought, because I actually wanted to refute you that, in my opinion, even though you think there are different things, there's still a connection. But yeah, well said. Selah. Okay, maybe we talk about one more thing.
Yeah.
Which is how tasks, it's kind of similar, or it's still in relation to the differences, right? But specifically how we deal with tasks, for example, in the kitchen. Like when I go into the kitchen and I want to get something done, I'm about speed, I'm about efficiency. And my husband, in wanting to help me, he could come and say, "Oh babe, don't worry, I'll cook the lunch today." And in my head, I'm like, this lunch.
I wait for 5 hours.
It will turn to dinner. It will turn to dinner if I'm not careful. So I'm like, should I help you? Should we do it together? And that already sort of defeats the purpose, because the reason he's suggesting is he wants to relieve me of the pressure. But at the same time, I feel like Anu takes longer to accomplish certain tasks than I do. And so there's a bit of tension there. Babe, what do you have to say to these things?
So, marriage 101. You think how you do what you do is the only way, or at least the best way, until you start living with someone and you realize, oopsie, this is not how things are done actually. So before I got married, when I cook, I take my time to cook. Nobody's rushing me, because I cook when I know it is cooking time. And actually, cooking time is not just cooking time. Cooking time is fellowship time. Because as I'm cooking, I'm speaking to a friend, I'm calling a friend, I'm talking, I'm discussing. So for me, it's like I'm in the kitchen for like 3 hours, but I'm accomplishing different things. I'm cooking. While I'm cooking, I'm listening to a message. If I'm not listening to a message, I'm talking to a friend. I'm like doing different things. So there's no urgency for me, right? And I can also be munching on something while I'm in the kitchen. So it's not like of course, I'm cooking to eat, but there's no pressure. And this was how I did my stuff. So I'm not like, how to cook and then. So now I get married to the love of my life, and I'm in the kitchen just doing what I always knew I would do. And then she comes and she's like, you're still on this onion. You're still on this onion. This vegetable, you have been cutting it for 30 minutes. And I'm like, you think I'm only cutting vegetable, but I'm not only cutting vegetable. I was talking to 2 people.
You had one task. You had one task, just one job. Cut the vegetables. I didn't ask you to have family call or friends call or fellowship with God. Just one thing.
But that's how I've been doing it. So I go to the kitchen and I'm cutting vegetable, I'm calling people, I'm watching videos, I'm doing so. And then my wife is like, no. Let's, like, I'm in the kitchen, I want to do this, fast. I do this, fast. I do this, fast. God, too much pressure. Too much pressure.
Pressure to online.
That's why I said in marriage will humble you.
It
right?
will.
Marriage humbling you is marriage revealing to you that there are other ways that you can accomplish things, or there are other ways things are done, and sometimes there are even better ways things are done. And then I get to understand this, where, okay, so now if I'm in the kitchen with Lolade, my phone is not with me. For the most part, I'm asking, okay, what speed? Like, is it like fast speed, or small speed? And then I check and I'm like, is this speed okay? Am I meeting up with your pace? That kind of thing. So, but if Lolade leaves me, that doesn't mean I will not go back to my default. I'm getting better.
Yeah, and I also want to say that I'm also like when Anu says, "Oh, should I make this?" In my head, I'm thinking, okay, I have to think, okay, is this? Are we pressed for time?
Mm-hmm.
If Anu starts now, when will it be done? I'm thinking, oh, because I know that my husband is a multitasker in the kitchen. He will cook, he will pray, he will do everything in the kitchen. So I'm like, okay, I'm not that hungry, right? 2 hours is fine. And I'll just go and gingerly sit down. I don't want to
And
come.
they say
I
you're
don't
not
want
come
to
and checking
come
me.
to the kitchen to check because I know if I come and I check, I'll see something. I'll be like, oh, you're still on this one. So I'm also learning that. But I think for the kitchen, many times we need to be more efficient, like because we need to eat.
Yeah, yes,
And
yeah.
yeah,
Well, learning this it's part of marriage. Like, you learn and you get feedback.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I have to say though that I really, really appreciate your leadership of our home. And leadership is also taking responsibility, right? So the way that you have taken responsibility for the things that need to be adjusted in our relationship dynamic, in our home, how to make sure that we are getting better,
yeah,
So thank you for leading us in that area.
yeah. And for
And
me, it's
thank you
like,
for being patient with me too,
yeah,
because, like we've been saying, this marriage just reveals how different you are from your partner.
yeah,
And that requires patience, willingness to learn, willingness
yes.
to compromise
Compromise.
also.
Yeah,
And that's something that we are both committed to, and
yes,
God is helping us.
yes,
We are
yes,
not perfect people, but we believe in working towards perfection. And that's
yeah,
something that we are doing every single day.
yeah,
And
yeah,
things that I would normally complain about, I'm realizing that, okay, this one just, it's okay. Let it
yeah,
go, let it go,
yeah,
let it go. And you are doing the same too with me.
yeah, yeah.
Things that you would normally be like, okay, that's not how to give me the feedback. You are being patient with me.
Yes,
And I
yes.
appreciate you for that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you also, my dear. And in addition to what you've said, I think this is like the summary of this whole podcast, is that in every relationship, in any relationship, it's a combination of two very different people. Very different people. And it's just knowledgeable and the right disposition to be willing to recognize that those differences, like be aware of them, recognize them, and like you said, be patient, be willing to compromise. And the last thing I want to say today is when your partner does something that you do not like, it's okay to have a negative emotion, like feel bad, be annoyed, but by all means avoid communicating with when your emotions are high. And this cuts across gender, male or female, because 9 out of 10 times when you communicate when your emotions are high, even if you're communicating the right thing, it would come out wrongly 9 out of 10 times. So just learn how to either manage your emotions if you need to, because I know some people, I've spoken to some people, they're like me, I cannot wait till for 2 hours or 1 hour or 10 days to communicate. I want to communicate it right there and then. I hear you. But if you must be that person, then you must learn how to make sure that you put your emotions in check, so that whatever you're saying, you're communicating it without the emotions wrapped around your words, because there's no way it will come out right. No matter how you think in your head, you're saying it right. But if you can be calm when the emotions are already leveled, everything is fine, then communicate it with love to your partner. Hey, you know what you did the other day? I hear you, but your tone was sharp. It was loud. I didn't appreciate it. And hopefully you're with someone who's also willing to listen to you and hear you, and you work on it together. There is honestly no challenge that cannot be solved if there are two people who are willing to communicate. And by communication, they're willing to speak and even much more listen. And even beyond that, adjust. Because you can speak, you can listen, but if you do not adjust, if you do not change, then nothing changes. But your marriage can work. And that's my final words. Your marriage can work, your relationship can work,
Yeah.
despite your differences. And that's
Yeah.
what we just wanted to show today, that hey, we are not perfect people. We have many things. And these are just few that we are sharing today. There are so many things that are fundamentally different between myself and Lolade. But we're taking it one day after the other. But at least we have this basic understanding that we have accepted that we are different individuals,
Yeah.
but we are one now. but we must recognize our differences, embrace it, work with it with patience, and with willing to compromise sometimes.
Yep, that's it. Stella. Cool. That's it for today.
Cool. We hope you enjoyed the conversation. And if you did, there's only one way we can know.
Leave a comment.
Leave your comments.
And we are on YouTube now. So, people, please subscribe.
Yes.
Follow us. We're expanding and we would love for you to be part of that journey as well.
Yeah. So you of course you can find our YouTube channel on, just check our bio, you'd see it. Subscribe, follow us, leave your comments, and share with your friends, share with your partner. Share with your partner. Let's know what you think about this episode. Until we come your way.
Don't forget to toast the line.
Yep, because life is worth living. Ciao.
Toodles.